Hi, my name is Zach Devins, and I am an IB Sports Exercise Health Science. In sports science, we have learned about the types of muscles that are in the body, the different types of bones, and how the circulatory system works. My contributions to this video is the editing of the video and the information on how sleep affects performance and the psychological side of sports performance.
Hi, my name is Anwin and I'm in IB Biology HL1. In our class, we've discussed in great detail about the macromolecules that our bodies need to survive, and for my contribution to this video, I'll provide information about why these macromolecules are important, and I'll connect them to the diets of professional athletes to assist people in their goal of being like one of the greats.
Hi, my name is Raji Garg and I'm a sophomore in IB Physics SL. I'm really interested in sports and I'm personally interested in learning more about how to improve my own athletic ability. This is one of the main reasons why I suggested this topic of research to my group members. My contributions to this project include group reminders to get work done, research on exercise schedules and technique of athletes, and of course participation in this video. To address the prompt impacts of science on society, we decided to look into how science and scientific discoveries have helped athletes improve their performance. By researching this topic, we would be able to deduce a formula that could be used by the general public to learn how to improve their own athletic performance.
Sleep is the period that is popularly recognized as a time when the body is restored. Sleep is necessary for the body to complete all of the phases needed for muscle repair, memory consolidation, and release of hormones regulating growth and appetite. Research has identified some neurotransmitters connected with the sleep-wake cycle. These include serotonin, gamma-aminobutyric acid, orexin, melanin-concentrating hormone, cholinergic, ghrelin, noradrenaline, and histamine. Therefore, nutritional interventions that may act on these neurotransmitters in the brain may also influence sleep. Carbohydrate, tryptophan, valerian, melatonin, and other nutritional interventions have been investigated as possible sleep inducers and represent promising potential interventions. It has been shown through research that with extended sleep, performance is increased. Psychologically, a person can become stressed during an intense training session or competition. Setting and striving for high standards is an integral part of elite sports and often beneficial for an athlete's performance. Striving to meet these standards can, however, have negative effects. Individuals who are characterized by frequent thoughts about the attainment of ideal, perfectionistic standards are likely to experience heightened levels of anxiety due to discrepancies between ideal and current self-situation. Relaxing activities such as yoga, massages, and meditation allow athletes to de-stress and ultimately perform better. Everyday high school athletes can learn to maximize their athletic capabilities by getting 8 to 9.5 hours of sleep daily and performing relaxing activities to lower stress levels.
Athletes do not only improve their performance by training hard and getting sufficient amounts of sleep, but they also focus on their diet. Carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids are macromolecules within our bodies that we gain from eating foods, and they serve important physiological functions. Carbohydrates consist of single sugared molecules called monosaccharides that make up starches and provide energy to our cells. Proteins are made up of amino acids and make the structure of cell components for our body. And lastly, lipids are fats that act as chemical messengers, structural components of cell membranes, and the storage and provision of energy in the human body. First, the body goes through carbohydrates, then lipids, and lastly, the proteins in muscles. Foods with high carbs consist of beans, bread, and rice. Foods with high proteins, cheese, eggs, and meat. And some foods with high lipids are cream, milk, and butter. The body uses these macromolecules to build substances for growth, activity, and maintenance, and it is important for not only athletes, but any person to include a balanced amount of all of these macromolecules in their diets to stay healthy.
Over the course of this project, to determine optimal exercise schedules and technique which world-famous athletes use, I looked into a few specific athletes who participate in a variety of sports. First, with Lindsay Davenport. The first point of importance is that she engages in only 10 to 15 hours of hitting and strokes a week. This is surprising because this is not very much practice having to do with actually playing tennis. She also engages in 3 hours of weights, Pilates, 2 sessions of footwork, and plyometrics a week. Second, Diana Lopez. Again, she only spends 2 hours a week for 5 days practicing the actual sport. She also does 6 hours of footwork, plyometrics, and weights a week. Surprisingly, a main part of her routine is yoga. Lastly, Kristen Armstrong. Contrary to the past two athletes, she has block schedules. For the first 2 weeks, she does 16 to 25 hours of cycling a week, but then the following week, she rests. She incorporates a lot of fun activities into her routine, including snowshoeing, skiing, and skate skiing. She also does yoga and Trikonasana. Firstly, all of them seem to do Pilates or yoga, showing that stretching or mind-body exercises are very valuable. Secondly, they all do practice their sport, but not very much. They focus on other activities. Thirdly, all of these athletes have made some effort to diversify their schedule and make it fun. This could link to motivation. By dedicating time and effort into following these 3 principles, as proven by actual athletes, athletic performance will most likely improve. So here's our mind map. At the middle, there's the big bubble of science, and that's connected to our question, how to improve athletic performance. And there's a bunch of other sub-levels. On the right, there's the exercise and technique. On the left, there's a food. And at the bottom, there's a sleep and psychology. And everything's kind of interconnected in a way. Everything's connected to science and the big question and each other, showing that science is a big interconnected topic.